Okay, the first 3 days, why are they so hard? Quitting booze. That's what we're talking about right now. So if you're watching this, you probably drink a lot and you don't want to drink a lot anymore, or you want to not drink at all. So my road to recovery has been a series of starting and stopping and starting and stopping and starting and stopping and starting and stopping and starting and stopping over and over and over again, and quitting and then quitting and then going back on. So how do we get past the first 3 days? I think it's a little bit of a couple of things. One being magic, scientifically proven, but no, it's just luck. It's willpower, it's determination, it's being accountable, being transparent with your friends and your family, letting them know. Maybe having a buddy going with you. Now, if you work, say, in an office and it's kind of a taboo thing, you don't really want to let people know that you're drinking a whole bunch. You don't make an announcement and say, like, who wants to go off of booze with me? Because I have a problem, I think. Or, I just want to generally be healthier. It's kind of hard to do, right? So maybe just talk to your close friends. Maybe you don't bring it up at work unless you work at like a bar or a restaurant like I do. I have to go to work tonight at 4 o'clock at a very busy restaurant. It's one of the busiest restaurants in the city that I live in, arguably the most popular restaurant. And everybody's gonna be drinking. There's a bar, it's a full bar, but I am determined not to drink. So I'm not going to. And I'm actually in the middle of a 30-day cleanse right now. This is day 6 for me. So the first 3 days, it's just something that you got to do yourself, and you just need as much help as possible. And you might say 3 days doesn't sound like a long time. Yeah, it's not a long time in the grand scheme of things. It's not a long time if you're like on vacation in a place that you really love being. 30 days is gonna be, it's like cruel to go on vacation just for 3 days. But if it's 3 days doing something that like you've never done before and it's uncharted territory and you don't have any support, then the first day is gonna be really hard, especially if the last day you drank was the day before. And if it was a lot. So chemically and biologically speaking, hangover symptoms can last for up to 4 days. Withdrawal can last up to 4 days, especially if you're a chronic drinker, if you're drinking every day, casual or otherwise. Maybe it's part of your job and maybe you work in a bar or restaurant and you're just doing it all the time. Maybe you work in a very leisurely environment and you're just allowed to. Maybe you have a lot of friends that do drink. Maybe you are a bartender. Maybe you are a wine, beer, and liquor rep. Maybe you work in a nightclub. I don't know, whatever the circumstances are. But that first day, you got to find some things to replace that time when you would be drinking. Have a plan ahead of time as to what it is that you're going to drink, because if you, like non-alcoholic beverages, because if you go into the fridge and you're just like, oh man, like this would be the time that I'd have a beer right now, and you go in there and then there's like half a carton of milk that's 3 weeks old, and then like a bottle of mustard, then beer sounds really good. Like beer sounds really good to me right now. If I like mustard. I don't drink milk, so like it's hard to just go have just a glass of water. But maybe making some adjustments to your water, right? Maybe lemon water. I like to do fresh squeezed lemon in my water, and then maybe like a dash of salt, right, to replace some of the electrolytes I had lost during all of that urination with diuretics, which alcohol is. Maybe tea, maybe like kombucha, something like that, something that has probiotics in it. Maybe not sugary beverages, not Coke or Mountain Dew or Monster Energy drink or anything like that. I really like ginger beer, non-alcoholic ginger beer. Something that feels like a cocktail maybe, but isn't. Or you can even maybe just get like non-alcoholic beer. Maybe that's the compromise for you. If it's really that big of a problem, maybe sometimes just going through the motions of it is enough for your brain to think that we're doing it. Sometimes your brain, not sometimes, but your brain does fall in love with the action of what it is that you're about to do. You get the adrenaline going, like, I'm about to go to the bar for happy hour, and my favorite bartender's working tonight, and they know my name, and they know what my drink is, and I usually get a discount and all that, and like you're just really excited, and that's the best part, is the drive from your workplace to that place. And then you get there, and then you have a drink or two or three or four or five or whatever, and then you stumble yourself home and have your dinner and sober yourself up, and then unwind and get ready for the next day. And you know that for the most part, alcohol is going to be out of your system in 24 hours. But like I said, withdrawal symptoms can last for up to 4 days, and hangover symptoms can last up to 4 days. I'm sure that as you've gotten older with drinking, you've had hangovers that seem to just last for a little longer than they used to. I remember the first couple times, even just when I was a kid and puking. Not a kid. When I was 9 years old and I was boozing. No, when I was when I was 21, because actually I didn't start drinking until I was 21, believe it or not. I have no reason to lie to you. But when I first drank, I puked all over my friend's house, in a bucket, in the sink, in the toilet, you name it. I puked in a bunch of places. And I woke up the next day, and his dad, who wasn't home the night before, was home that morning. And I woke up to him standing at my feet, asking if I drank a little bit last night. And I said, yeah, I'm never gonna drink ever again. And of course that was a lie, because I drank plenty more times. What would seem like a world record amount of drinking I did since that one incident. And I actually had a job interview that I had to go to right after that party, that after I woke up from my friend's dad, whose house I was puking in, who probably found puke in the bucket and found puke in the sink where the dishes were, like not like the bathroom sink and the dishes, saying there are dishes in the sink. I felt really bad. So then I had to go get a job. I had to go fool an employer that I was a good hire at that time, which I wasn't. But we collectively found out that information. So I went and I got that job, and during job training, during that orientation, I had to leave twice to go throw up because I had a pretty bad hangover. And then I was fine the next day because, I was young. And then all the times that I had the worst hangovers, and which maybe include vomiting the night before, it only took a day to get over it. But as I got older, which is kind of at the point where I'm at now, I just don't like drinking. It doesn't do what it used to do for me. And maybe that's the problem for you. Maybe the first time you drink alcohol is just like the first time you drank alcohol yesterday, and the day before, and the day before that. Maybe it's all just like the very first time that you ever had alcohol, that first drink, and you're just like, wow, this is so good. I don't know why I don't do this all the time. I think, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna do this all the time. And then you do, and then your life kind of goes downhill, and then you start having health issues, and then you end up watching YouTube videos of a very good-looking guy with long hair talking about how to just get clean for 3 days. How do I do just 3 days? But so hopefully this is helpful for you. The first 3 days just kind of suck, and but you just have to have it all kind of planned out. You don't just go like, all right, today is the first day. I'm totally unprepared. I got nothing in the refrigerator to drink when I want to drink. I don't even have non-alcoholic beer. I have nothing good to drink. I have nothing to even participate in the act of a drink. Other than water and that spoiled milk and some hot chocolate packets, and I don't even have any regular milk, and everybody knows that hot chocolate and water is just the most disappointing, second only to skim milk. But what are we gonna do? So get through those 3 days, be prepared for those 3 days, get yourself in the mindset going into it, and hopefully you're not doing 3 days off because you just got so blasted one night that you woke up on what would end up being day one, completely annihilated, still waking up drunk, and then, you know, technically speaking, you're telling yourself like, well, I'm not drinking today. So this is going to be day 1 of 3, because like I said, 4 days it could take for the withdrawal symptoms to go away and the hangover symptoms. And then we want to have 3 days of sobriety or more. So maybe we'll get to more. We'll see. So good luck to you on your 3 days. Good luck to you on your first day. If you need any tips or tricks or advice, comment below. Comment below anyway, because I want to see where you're at in your journey. I want to meet y'all. Maybe not in person, because some of you are weird. Like, I mean, I'm weird too, but you know, I don't know anything about you. You are a stranger. Anyway, good luck to you, stranger.